I guess it's time to get started. So this is the, well, what is this? This is a conference? No. Party? It's a bit of that, yes. Festival, certainly. So it's time to sort of, wake up. We've had some coffee. Maybe not enough, but some. That's good. And it's time for the level 5 good morning. Now, some people know what a level 5 good morning is, and some people probably don't. So who knows what a level 5 good morning is? Fantastic. So keep your hand up for a moment. Now, you with your hands up, look around and find people who don't have their hand up, because you're about to become their new best friend. Right, so for the rest of you, a level 5 good morning is how you say good morning in a way that actually means something and sort of, makes everything a little bit better. The way you don't do a level 5 good morning is at level 0. You ever walk into the office and have that, it's just, and you think, I want to be here today. No, so we don't do that. And then level 1, that's probably about it. And you keep moving up, and a little bit better and a little bit better. Eventually, you sort of actually get somewhere. Actually, good morning. And you actually look at them. What a crazy idea. You look at someone when you talk to them. I know, it seems weird, but do you ever find, like at the office or maybe at home with your kids or something, it's like they're not there. We are all here. So we will look at each other. We would also like to say something, good morning is nice, but also good morning. How are you?
I'm perfect.
You see, there was a little bit of sharing there. He's perfect, by the way. Did you get that? He's perfect. And so that leads us right on to level 5, which is a little bit of touch as well. It's traditional, not necessary, that it's a high five. I'm perfect, and that's a high five, obviously, because that's amazing. But it could just be, oh, come on, yeah. And that's fine, too. A handshake if the hug was a little too much. It's okay. Just sort of a, way to go. Anything like that. So a level 5 good morning. You say good morning, obviously. That's part of the name. You look at someone. You ask something about them. How are you? How was your night? Did you get any sleep? Did you have coffee yet? Something. Anything. But actually engage with the other person. And then some sort of touch. A little bit of something, nice job. Something, okay? Now, for the people who had their hands up, put those back up again. Hands up, I know what I'm doing. Okay, good. So you're looking around, can you spot someone who doesn't know how to do this yet? You're about to go embarrass them, right? Okay, but the person with the hands up, yeah, you have to go first. So find someone that you don't know that, didn't have their hand up, and a level 5 good morning.
Can we do it
Again, one more time. For the people who are in front and need to look backwards. Okay, right. Okay, go. You've got 3 minutes. A level 5 good morning on one side, and then a level 5 good morning on the other side, and then we'll sit down and we'll actually move along after that. Okay, go. You too. Yeah, everybody.
Good morning.
All right, so today, what is today about? We've got one day together, and this day is all about us. Now, when I say us, what do I mean? I mean us together. We're here together. We're here right now. We're here. There are lots of people who are not here right now with us. And who's more important? The people who are here in real life, or the people on Twitter and Facebook and all the other places where I'd like to think that it's a little more important when we're actually together, that we are together. So yes, do tweet things, make people really jealous that they're not here. That's great, that's fine. But the conversations, the excitement, the fun, the what you will learn, the what we can do together we can't do when we are apart, that happens today. And that's what today is about. It's about us being together. So together we can play well together, play better together. I like the drums, but if you're a drum player and you go to a concert and it's just drums, that's a really, really, really long solo. And it's not as nice as when you get other people working together. And that's the idea of today, is that we are here together. So not only do we get to play well together, but we get to work better together. Do you know everything that there is to know? Probably not. If you do, well, he's perfect. He might. But for the rest of us, particularly if, like me, you suffer slightly from the imposter syndrome, the oh dear, sometimes someone will find out I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. Of course I don't know everything. Of course I'm not perfect, and neither are you. But what I don't know, I bet you do know. So if we work together, it'll be better. And that too is about today. So today is about our craft, about getting better at our skills, about learning new things, all of that. That's what the sessions are about. You'll get some expert advice, sharing of knowledge and wisdom and all the rest. And Mark is in focus. I just have to say, just a little story. Over the years, I've taken photos at Umbraco events for about a decade. And for the first, I suppose, 6 years or so, I would take pictures, and Mark was often in them, but he was always out of focus. I don't know why. It just it was not on purpose, I promise you. And one day, Mark says, could you take a picture of me where I'm in focus? And I thought, surely I've done this over the years. There must be. And as we're going through, no. Oh dear. So yeah. So just like with the photo bingo, there's the pictures of Theo always being busy. He's always on the phone. You will find if you look through the old photos that Mark is almost always out of focus, and for that I apologize. So here is Mark in focus. And we've done a lot of work with Umbraco, or maybe you haven't, but you can gain wisdom and knowledge from people who have. And that's really what today is about, and learning together, helping one another out. Beyond that, yes, there's a beyond that. Because that's all nice, but we could just watch videos online. We could, what's different about being together? And that's about relationships. So Umbraco is the friendly CMS, and a little bit of love you probably can't see. It's also the friendly community. It is a community unlike any other. And I say that because I've experienced it for a long time, but it is unlike any other. I was telling someone yesterday that the software is very good, but the people are even better. And I hope you'll find that to be the case. If you've not experienced the community before, then it can change your life. Yeah, really? Come on. No, really. So let me give you a couple examples. Warren Buckley now works at the HQ, and he used to do a video, online live video every Friday afternoon at roughly lunchtime. And it just became too much. And he blogged about why it had stopped. And part of it has to do with that he suffers from mental illness. And so he's been very open about that and what that's like for him. And the response to, this is why I can't do this anymore, because it's just too much. I would like to. I'm not sure how to make it happen. I would like to, but, this is the reality of my life. Was not met with, oh, you are such a loser. I can't believe, what's your problem? There's nothing like that. Wow, hey, thanks for being open and honest. You're not alone. You're not the only one. I know exactly what you mean. Can I help? Maybe this would help if we only did it once a month, or maybe you could record it and then show it later, or on and on and on. Or I could take it over for a while and then hand it back to you. All the support in the world, because someone was honest enough to say, this is what's going on with me. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to be honest. And that's what relationships are about, is being honest, not perfect. Or Bob Beatty Barr, he lives just outside of Chicago, and he's kind of a legend in the community. He has a T-shirt. You may have seen it at some point. It says, "I bleed orange." He's got one of the 4 tattoos in the world. He has an Umbraco tattoo. He's very proud of it, and his wife is okay with it, so that's nice. And so he said, I can't come. So I've sold my early bird ticket to someone else, and I'm just gutted, but I can't come. And a few days later, it turns out that down here, Bob says, big love for all the Umbraco community in the HQ on this sunny Tuesday. It looks like I'm going to Code Garden after all. And so people got together to say, we would really like you to be there. Is there some way we can help make that happen? That's community, because someone shared being real. Not, again, being perfect, but being real. Or you might know some of these guys. So let's see. This is Matt Brailsford and Pete Duncanson. They met at an Umbraco festival. They became fast friends. When Matt got married, Pete was his best man. That's a pretty good friendship to arise out of meeting at a geek fest. And but that's the kind of thing that can happen. So Umbraco is not like anything else, and I hope you will experience some of that. You might even, dress up and take pictures of yourself. That'd be great. So we've got not a lot of time. So rather than doing this as a group thing, maybe, I don't know, is it possible that if I ask a question, you would actually answer out loud, or is that too much?
Depends on the question.
Okay. Sandra, what are you most looking forward to today?
Everything, getting to know the community and just having a good day.
Awesome.
I've been working for this day
You
for a long time.
You have. Yes, and it's been fantastic. A huge amount of work and really, really well done. And maybe a little support for that, for all of Byte 5 and Sandra especially. All right. All right. And anyone else care to share what you're looking forward to? Before I call on you? What's that?
Getting
Inspired.
inspired.
Fantastic. Anything else?
Your session.
Oh. So at the end of the day, I've got a session in the really tiny room, so it's really like you have to push your way in, because there's not a lot of room, about happiness at work, which has nothing to do with Umbraco specifically, but just about how we can be a little happier at our work, doing good work that is meaningful, and how to make that even more happy for us, which is more profitable for our companies. Little plug. Thanks. Thank you, Chris. Anything else you're looking forward to today that comes to mind?
Getting some answers.
Answers.
Questions, technical questions.
And even technical stuff, yes. Even technical, yeah, I quite agree. Fantastic. Well, be sure to ask those. When the people sitting next to you during a session, if the session has a topic, when we're having lunch or coffee, just, do you know anything about this? Do you know anything about this? Until you get that answer. Yeah, don't leave without an answer. Fantastic. So that was our turn. So go on, try something new. This is my 10-year-old son flying an airplane. As you do, the pilot is a friend, and we went up in his vintage aircraft, and he looks at my son and he says, would you like to fly? And he takes the wheel and here you go. Okay, pull back, turn, good, not quite so much, and it's just, so, trying something new. It's fantastic. And so when we land, and I said, Daniel, how was it? And he's at that sort of that crossover age between really, really excited and a teenager. So he starts out with, Dad, it was all right. Which I took to be really high praise. So try something new today. If you're feeling just a little bit maybe uncomfortable about, is Doug like being serious about we're this friendly? Yeah, I am being serious. But if that's a little uncomfortable, just go for it. Give it a try. Help each other out. Keep an eye out. See where together we can be more than we can be just by ourselves. Because we could do all this, over Skype, instead of, just as videos. This is different. So take, really grasp hold of that. If you've got a moment and you're thinking, there's nothing particular that's going on that I'm just, yes, this is, then look around for people you can help. So there's a gentleman in the back that has some question. And I'm guessing we all do. We have some questions, some things that, is there a better way? Could this work? I have no idea how to approach this. What about that? Then see if you can find people to help. Is there anything I can maybe help you with? And maybe the help is, can I introduce you to somebody who does know the answer? Because I do. So we'll both learn something. And that'll be fine too. So look for places you can help. You've been helped in the past, I'm sure. Someone took the time to talk to you, to explain something, to show you, to share something. Pay that forward to the next person. Keep that going and let it grow. So, and with that, we're just going to have a ton of fun. So hopefully, woo-hoo. So that of course brings us to the photo. So, okay. So this is a bit like a high five, only you're high-fiving the camera, right? So and then you have to hold it for a moment because not everybody does it at the same time. So come in, have a seat. So it's sort of a woohoo, and it just woo, and you just hold it, right? Okay, that's the idea. Okay. And okay, so level 5. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Woohoo! That's it. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, so that was a little bit of sort of the getting going. I'm going to turn it over to Christian, who's going to tell you about some of the practical details, and then we'll move on to the HQ and the keynote and all of that. And I'm going to talk about happiness a little later on, just in case you're interested. So let me find Christian's. And here you are.